So what like magical tip do you have for people in terms of how to build that confidence muscle?
So basically, I wanted to touch on the thing where you said like they call self-love selfish. Yeah, exactly. So in terms of that, if you look at the way children have been raised, it's always care for others, do things for others, then you're a good person. No one ever tells you to take care of yourself, look after yourself. Oh, you can tell yourself you're beautiful. Who tells you that? No one tells you that, because then you're vain, then you're selfish, right? Now, if you look at it in a broader picture, who does this benefit? The people in power. It benefits them that you don't believe in yourself, right? Because if we have all these people that believe in themselves, how can you control them? You cannot control people. If I was, let's say, a person in power, and I was like a bad person, or I thought like, I just want to control people, I would make them fear everything. I would tell them like, if you do anything, you'll go straight to hell. I would tell that. I would tell them like, care for others. If you care about yourself, oh, you're a bad person. I would tell these things. These are very smart and manipulative things. But you also have to realize it's manipulative, you know? A lot of people also raise their children to not believe in themselves. They don't even realize they do it, but they do it. Because they tell like, oh, if you did something for your sister, oh, then you're a good boy, good girl, you did a good job. If you did something for your classmate or friend, then you're a good person. If you did something for yourself, no one applauds you for that. No one says like, oh, wow. So that's when the confidence, you build it by applauding yourself for yourself. Looking yourself in the mirror and say, wow, oh my God, you got that new job? Oh, you're amazing. Oh my God, you're such a goddess. Talk to yourself that way. Because it's so easy for everyone to talk about their friends like that, to talk about the people that we love, but then we neglect ourselves the most, which you are supposed to love yourself the most. Because when you love yourself, you are love and you create love around you. A person that doesn't love themselves doesn't go out and is happy with everyone else. That's just not, it doesn't happen, you know? So misery creates more misery. So you have to take care first of like, okay, how do I feel? How do I want to feel? How can I do that? And I think a big thing with confidence is as well, like create skills, become good at something. Because a lot of people, they don't know how to do anything. They don't want to learn anything. And they're just blaming like, oh, I'm just insecure. If you're just insecure, create something. Then you can be confident about something, and then that translates to your inner confidence. And the same way people say like, oh yeah, but I'm just ugly. Look at ways to become more beautiful. No, but you can change yourself, no? Like, but a lot of times they say like, oh, you should also just accept yourself. I don't feel like that's most the case. If I just accepted myself, I would still be in my bedroom with my mom sitting there crying. If I just accept myself. No, I had to change things. And you have to be honest with yourself. Sometimes you are the devil that you're trying to blame, because everyone wants to say, oh, my life is bad because of this. There must have been some magic in my life that someone did. No, honey, how are you acting? Who are you allowing around you? Because that is also a big thing for confidence, because it's like you have bad friends. You have like a bad partner that you're constantly allowing to abuse you, to talk down on you. You're abusing yourself. And you have to be honest with yourself. Once you set that boundary of like, you're not going to treat me like that, and you actually walk away, watch how your confidence will skyrocket, because you made that decision to walk away. When someone tells you like, no, you shouldn't be saying anything, like, for example, I grew up with like my father saying, a woman should never speak. A woman should never have a voice. I feel my most confident now when I speak. Because I made that decision that my voice needs to be heard, right? And that's a thing to be proud of. So create things for yourself that you can be proud of. Even helping someone out, like giving them something. That's something to be proud of. You did something good, and then applaud yourself for it. You studied, you had a great test or whatever result that you had. Amazing. Be proud of yourself. You know, don't wait for other people to sit there and clap for you. Clap for yourself first.
I love that. And, you know, I agree with you. I think is the worst advice we can give to people is just be who you are, because I think we can be a better version of who we are. And that's just the starting point. And who we are is, as you said beautifully, is a result of what we grew up with, what we absorbed growing up, the society, everything. And we need to shed these weights. They are dead weight. We need to shed them so we can become truly who we're meant to be. But another thing I want to ask you, a lot of people blame whatever they feel or the fact that they're not trying new things, not stepping out of their comfort zone on feeling like an imposter and that they don't belong and they can't do it. What do you think about that?
I think in life, you just have to do things and then it becomes. So it's like this glass right here, someone imagined it and then they created it, right? So if you imagine yourself as a version that you want to be and you start acting like it, that's when it comes into the physical realm. But it all starts here. So no matter who you are right now is who you are telling yourself that you are.
Yeah.
It's who your parents told you that you are. It's who society told you how you have to act and how you have to be. So who you are, or like just be who you are, doesn't make sense, because who are we at the end of the day? I think we are just all souls on earth and we don't know how to behave as humans. We're just waiting to return back home. But it's nice. Then I see life as a video game. I see life as like, okay, I can be whoever I want to be because it doesn't matter at the end of the day. I will never be who I fully am, because it will always be constructed by things around me or people around me, because that's how we just are. We're a soul, not a human, okay? We're just here experiencing life on earth. So once you accept that and you think like, what does feel most comfortable for me? Who would I like to be? Who would I be happy if I was this person? Then you start acting like it. You start acting like that person. How would they act? How would they dress? What would they accept? What would they not accept? What are their daily habits? And once you do something long enough, it becomes your life, right? You do it something over. If you're used to like going to the gym every morning you wake up, you'll have a fit body because you're just always at the gym. And it's now like a practice that you always do, right? So you just you cannot be an imposter when you understand that everything starts in your mind first. That's just how life is. Even diseases that we have, the physical diseases that we create, start first in the mind. A lot of people, they get like crazy illnesses because trauma is stuck.
Yeah.
A lot of stress and all these things, but these are emotions. It's all emotions before it comes into the physical. So once you understand that, how can you be an imposter? Because it starts here, everything, they say the same thing about being delusional. They say, oh no, you should not be delusional. We're delusional every single day. Every day we're delusional. We wake up thinking we will not die. No one is waking up, today I'm going to die. Today I will die. No one. Everyone believes that they will live on until it's your time, of course. You know what I mean? So you can be delusional every day in life, but not about the thing that you want. That's like too far, right? No, like once you understand, this mind creates your whole life. Once you change the mind and once you change the things that you think, or you set a goal for yourself in like, this is the person that I want to be. This is who I want to show up as in this human body. Yeah, because it's like a game. Then that's who you become. That's who you become. That's how people will treat you. That's how your surroundings will change. That's how you will enter rooms that before you couldn't enter, because now you're just unlocking a new character of yourself. It's fun.
Oh my God, yeah, it's like a new level.
Yeah, it's like a new level.
I like that analogy. A lot of people, you outgrow friends, especially who were there in very good times. And I've been very surprised to see how some friendships evolved. And some of them stayed very true with me throughout. But some people who were there in the trenches, kind of like rooting for me, hoping it will happen. But then when it happens, they're not that happy about it and they don't celebrate your wins. How do you deal with that?
Well, it's very logical that happens because you're uncomfortable now. Yeah, they don't want to be around you. It becomes uncomfortable because now it's like you were in the same position as them once, right? And you made it out. So now that means these people have to look at themselves and only can blame themselves. Now they cannot blame society. They cannot blame the place they grew up in or whatever. They cannot blame outside forces because you did it. So it's like, oh, so I could do it too, but I didn't. And that eats away at them. And then jealousy gets created. I think jealousy is a good emotion. Why? Because it shows you what you want. If someone is jealous of me, they just want what I have or what they think I have, right? What the glamorized version of that is. But that's good. So now you have a goal. take that jealousy, transmute that jealous energy into creating that. Because I'm not sitting here telling I'm better than you. I'm sitting here, you can do the same thing, you know? I posted something yesterday on my TikTok, and it said like, it was like, I get anything I want, you know, like an affirmation. And someone commented like, yeah, because you're a millionaire. And I'm like, but I came from nothing though.
Yeah, I wasn't born a millionaire.
A few years ago, I came from nothing. And I took care of my family's financial situation. I built everyone. And I made, even because I became successful, my family believes in themselves now. And they think like, oh, we can do whatever we want because Liz did it, right? So it's like, don't look at my success and be like, oh, but you're here now. 3 years ago, I was just like you, girl. Just like you, literally.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, it's the same thing. Like, take that jealousy and start to look at, okay, how can I actually get what they want? If you're jealous of beauty, if you're jealous of whatever, that's just what you want. It's an indicator of what you want, because it's not about that person. It's everything in life, what we experience is about ourselves. We're thinking from our perspective always. So anything, even someone says to you, it's like a projection of how they feel, right? It's not about you. So when you realize like, you know what, it's not really about me, but I hope you get what you want. If someone is jealous of me, I send them like love and I say, I hope you get there. Because that's what you want, right? Otherwise, why are you jealous? I'm not jealous of, what's it called? The people that climb the mountains. Because I don't want to climb that mountain. But I bet there's some people jealous that someone climbed that mountain.
Yeah.
That's what they want. It's good. Once you take that energy, instead of making it something negative, transmute it. People create the biggest art when they're sad, when they're angry, when they're jealous. They create crazy art, music, everything, like art pieces. They create everything out of it. Do it. Do the same thing.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think the main message is be inspired instead of like being jealous, right? See it as
but
a
don't
possibility.
demonize the emotion.
No.
Because everyone, this is the issue with jealousy. People think I'm jealous, I'm a bad person now. You're not. You just want what they want. Then, okay, figure out how can I get there? If your friends were in the same situation and you could get there, they can get there too.
100%.
They can get there too. But just have to think, okay, how can I do what she did? You know?
No, absolutely.
And then also, I feel like I'm happy I don't wake up a hater. I'm happy that I think God, the biggest curse he gave was that, making someone a hater. Like, imagine waking up thinking about how many people you hate, or thinking about let's make him miserable, her miserable. That's sad. And I feel like giving them attention or feeding into it, or let's say reacting to these things, puts them in my life, in my reality. But it's like, you don't exist in my world if I don't let you exist in it. And that's it. I have that power. So I don't let you exist if I don't like you. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Boundaries, right?
Yeah, very important.
Very important. So what would you say is a parting message or any advice that you would want to give to anyone listening to you today?
I would say, like, really start believing in yourself and start believing in God. I think to believe in God is to believe in yourself. I think we don't ask God for enough things, and we don't ask for big enough things. You have to ask for the small stuff and the big stuff. And I feel like once you have, like lately I've been even closer to God, and I feel like the closer you are to God, the higher your vibration raises. And that's how also the negative things and the lower vibrational things cannot affect you, because you're not on that vibe. You know what I mean? So I think believe in yourself, believe that anything you want can happen and will happen. No matter how long it takes, it will happen. It just will, and you have to have that belief. But don't become obsessed with it. Don't become obsessed with, you know, when people become obsessed with certain things, that's when they start to lose the connection to themselves. When you become obsessed with money, you become obsessed with fame, you become obsessed with relationships, you start to lose yourself. Always keep that connection with yourself. And I think one of the truest way of keeping that connection with yourself is keeping a connection with God.
I love that. Thank you so much, Liz, for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me.